tensions were reaching a boiling point between the Kingdom of Babylon and the mighty southern state of Larsa, which had recently annexed and destroyed Babylon's ally, Uruk. Babylon was effectively encircled by three formidable powers. To the south was Larsa, which now controlled nearly all of Sumer. To the east lay Eshnunna, rapidly expanding its influence. And to the north loomed Assyria, where the powerful king Shamshi-Adad I, who, like the kings of Babylon and Larsa, was of Amorite origin, had conquered Mari to establish the First Assyrian Empire. Surrounded by potential enemies, Hammurabi ascended the throne in succession to his father. Unlike many contemporary rulers, Hammurabi placed immense emphasis on justice, making the legitimacy of his rule dependent on governance rather than just lineage. Determined to avoid a catastrophic two-front war, Hammurabi chose diplomacy over conflict. He signed a treaty with Assyria, wisely accepting the role of junior partner. Because Eshnunna was already preoccupied with its own wars against the Assyrians, this strategic alliance secured Babylon's northern frontier. Seizing upon the regional instability, the neighboring kingdom of Elam sought to achieve the ancient expansionist dreams of its ancestors. Elamite envoys offered alliances to both Larsa and Babylon, secretly promising to help each destroy the other. Recognizing the deception, both kingdoms rejected the offers. War soon erupted between Larsa and Babylon. The Babylonian army proved highly effective, pushing deep into southern territory and reclaiming Uruk. However, Hammurabi refused to overextend. With potential rivals still watching his northern and northeastern borders, completely dismantling Larsa was still out of reach. Then the geopolitical balance shifted. Shamshi-Adad of Assyria died, leaving the throne to his son, Ishme-Dagan. Widespread revolts instantly fractured the Assyrian Empire. In the chaos, Zimri-Lim, an exiled Amorite prince of the Semite tribe, successfully seized the throne of Mari. Sensing weakness across Mesopotamia, the Elamites launched an invasion into Mesopotamia, conquering Eshnunna. Hammurabi moved quickly to seize adjacent territories, creating a vital buffer zone to protect Babylon. Infuriated, Elam declared open war. Facing a threat that endangered all Mesopotamia, Hammurabi sent desperate appeals to neighboring kings. To Rim-Sin of Larsa and Zimri-Lim of Mari, he called for unity against the invaders. Rim-Sin chose strict neutrality, ignoring the call. Zimri-Lim, however, accepted. Though distrust lingered between them, Babylon and Mari formed an uneasy alliance born from necessity. Together, the forces of Babylon and Mari successfully repelled the Elamite invasion. With the eastern threat neutralized, now, at last, the road to the south lay open. Hammurabi turned his full military might against an isolated Larsa. This time, the campaign ended in total victory. Rim-Sin was captured and brought to Babylon in chains. This triumph transformed Babylon into the undisputed superpower of Mesopotamia, echoing the ancient glories of Akkad and Ur. It permanently altered the region's history. No longer would the land remain divided into endlessly feuding city-states. With the south secure, Hammurabi turned his attention northward. In Eshnunna, a leader named Silisin had claimed the throne following the Elamite expulsion. Meanwhile, Hammurabi's growing power alarmed even his former ally, Zimri-Lim of Mari. Fearing Babylon's dominance, Mari joined forces with Eshnunna against Hammurabi. But it was too late. The conquest of Larsa had transformed Babylon into the supreme military power of Mesopotamia. One by one, Hammurabi crushed his enemies. Eshnunna fell, Mari fell. Assyria too bowed before Babylonian might. And so Hammurabi stood as the mightiest king of his age. As the undisputed ruler of Mesopotamia, Hammurabi sought to institutionalize order through law. While not the world's first legal framework, having been preceded centuries earlier by the Code of Ur-Nammu, Hammurabi's code was unprecedented in scale, consisting of 282 specific clauses. The code functioned primarily on the principle of retributive justice, codifying the concept of an eye for an eye. However, application of the law was strictly divided across three distinct social classes: the nobleman, the commoner, and the slave. For example, if a nobleman blinded the eye of a social equal, his own eye would be blinded. If he blinded a commoner, he instead paid a fine of 500 grams of silver. If he blinded a slave, he paid half the slave's monetary value. The code also meticulously regulated property rights, false testimony, and standard rates of hire. Despite its inequalities, the Code of Hammurabi was a masterpiece of ancient statecraft. By establishing a standardized legal system across vastly diverse cultures and cities, Hammurabi built a foundation of stability that outlasted his own dynasty. Long after his bloodline fell, the administrative blueprint he created allowed Babylon to remain the organized, beating heart of Mesopotamia for centuries to come.